Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. This is your host Ram, welcoming you to the daily cricket show Cricket Happenings. And today it's going to be the 4 days play between India and England that happened at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai, which broke a lot of records with Virat Kohli being a part of that wonderful record, as Virat Kohli yesterday and also Virat Kohli and Jayant Yadav, they put on a record 241 runs partnership for the 8th wicket, which is a record for India now. This is the highest partnership recorded as far as India is concerned, as this is the highest partnership by an 8-wicket pair in Test cricket for India. So Jayant Yadav went on to make his maiden Test ton, and he has been only going from strength to strength. Just talking about Jayant Yadav hails from Haryana, and Jayant Yadav is one of those players who has hit a double century, coming in at number 9 in the Ranji Trophy. And also yesterday he came at number 9 and he became the first number 9 batsman as far as India was concerned to register a century. And what a knock it was, absolutely superb. So that was Jayant Yadav, and Virat Kohli and Jayant Yadav were the ones that actually got India to a total of 631, with Virat Kohli's contribution being 235, which is as I said, lot of records were broken yesterday at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai, where crowds had absolutely flocked the ground, being a public holiday on a Sunday, and they were witnessing something that was a sort of a real feast for them in front of their eyes, and that was the Indian captain Virat Kohli. And Virat Kohli now, not only that, I mean, he has now got 235 yesterday, which is the highest ever score by an Indian captain in Test cricket. I mean, as an Indian captain, I said. And also, he also went on to another record where he joined some very, very big names like Ricky Ponting, Michael Clarke, Brendan McCullum, and that was this has never been done by an Indian player or an Indian captain in Test cricket, and that is to score 3 double hundreds in one calendar year, and that's what Virat Kohli has done. He has scored 3 double centuries in the year 2016. I mean, what a man. I mean, this year 2016 has definitely proved to be proved to be that Kohli has been in the pinkest of health. And also, let's see that even the captaincy has not, and the captaincy normally affects a lot of people, but not Virat Kohli. As Virat Kohli, being the captain of the Indian team, now he's averaging 50 in all the 3 formats of the game, and that is a great achievement. And also, he has also broken one more record, which I am looking at, where Sir Donald Bradman, I think it was 3 double centuries, I reckon, but I will check on that. But Virat Kohli was the man, was the cynosure of all eyes. And even though as I said, Virat Kohli has done everything now. There's nothing that he needs to do. And right now, I think I might even not only bracket him with Sachin Tendulkar, the great batsman that India ever produced, but I would say that probably Virat Kohli has a class of his own. I mean, to go and play on any pitches. Now, Virat Kohli has become such a person that whether it is a turning pitch, it's a bouncy pitch, it's a pacey pitch, whatever be the wear and tear of the pitch, Virat Kohli is one who has all the strokes. I mean, he knows how to play on such tracks, and he's turning out to be, he is definitely going to be one of the living legends as far as Indian cricket and even world cricket is concerned. Such has been his mastery of each and every, mastery of the bowlers, one could say. Now, so Virat Kohli is the one who has been really glittering like gold as far, and as I said, he has also broken one more record, and that was to go past Rahul Dravid, who scored probably 632 runs, and Virat Kohli now has also gone on to that record. He has also broken that record of Rahul Dravid, which was against England, which was the highest. Now Virat Kohli is the one who holds the record for the most number of runs in a series against England as far as India is concerned. I mean, records just tumbled at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai. And the man at the other end was overshadowed, definitely, no doubt, but let us really bow our heads to Jayant Yadav, who has been going from strength to strength. He reached from 27 to 50, 2 maiden 50s, and now after getting the maiden 50, he went on to score a century, and he was playing some very brilliant strokes, one could say, and he's one who is definitely penciled in for the future. And coming in at number 9, not a single Indian player in the history of Indian Test cricket has done it. And here comes Jayant Yadav, an all-rounder from Haryana, and one could say probably Jayant Yadav would probably be slowly but surely taking the place of that former Indian great all-rounder Kapil Dev, who was also an all-rounder. The only difference being that Kapil Dev was a pace bowler, first genuine pace bowler that India ever produced, and Jayant Yadav is a right-arm off spinner, but what an all-rounder he is turning out to be. I mean, India are blessed with all-rounders in their Indian team now. Ravichandran Ashwin, Ravindra Jadeja, Jayant Yadav. I mean, to have 3 all-rounders in the test mix is something of a big asset, and I think Jayant Yadav is going to make more sounds as the test series is going to progress, and also in the future. Now let's so this was a sort of as I said, it was all about the Indian captain Virat Kohli and Jayant Yadav. So just talking about the match, Virat Kohli and Jayant Yadav started the innings. Virat Kohli started off in confident fashion, but Jayant Yadav was, once again, one was really trying to understand about the English captain Alistair Cook's captaincy, as to why he has not been giving James Anderson and Chris Wokes, and Anderson is just a good swing bowler. I mean, he was not given, but instead he gave the new ball, not the new ball, the cherry to the inexperienced Jake Ball. And he had Adil Rashid. That was still understood because the ball was turning, but Adil Rashid was proving listless, I would say, because he was really carved for runs, and Jayant Yadav was making batting look so easy as he started off in a very aggressive vein by absolutely belting a cover drive of the first ball he received, and then a beautiful cut past the backward point region for a boundary, as Jayant Yadav was growing in confidence with his Indian captain Virat Kohli at the crease, and it was a real feast for all the spectators assembled at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai on a public holiday on Sunday. There was huge cheers. One could not find an empty seat at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai yesterday. Probably one could not even find a gap. And they had thorough entertainment. An absolute feast was in the offing as Virat Kohli and Jayant Yadav laid into the England attack by putting up the record 8-wicket partnership for India in Test cricket, as they added 241 runs. And in the process, we had Virat Kohli reaching his double century. This was his 3rd double century in the year 2016. At the other end, Jayant Yadav got on to a wonderful century, his maiden test ton, and what a proud feeling it would be for Jayant Yadav. I had also tweeted to Jayant Yadav the other day, and Jayant Yadav actually replied back to my tweet by saying that he liked my tweet. And one has to say, thankfully, thanks to Jayant Yadav for replying on the tweet. And Jayant Yadav is really going places. So as this partnership got India, as I said, to a total beyond 600. They were sitting at 605, and that was the time Jayant Yadav, after moving towards his maiden test run, was a victim as he attempted a stroke of the bowling of Rashid to probably depositing him to celebrate his century. Was a goner, stumped by Barristow of the bowling of Rashid for 104 with 15 well-hit boundaries. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar was the next victim, out to the bowling of, before that Virat Kohli had, after notching up his third century in the year 2016, was a victim. And what a great relief for the Englishman there, as Vokes was the one who picked up his wicket, caught by Anderson, after making an epic 235 with 25 fours and 1 six. And when Virat Kohli was dismissed, as he was leaving, Ben Stokes and Jonathan Barristow actually congratulated him. That really shows what is the respect the world cricket, the players have for Virat Kohli. And Umesh Yadav was not out on 7, and that was the end of the Indian innings at 631. So that was not a handy lead, but a very huge lead on this pitch, and which has definitely put India on the road to victory against England. And one could say that India are definitely be going to now. I mean, they had given a chance to England here to level the Test series, but it now looks like, I mean, not only looks, it is something that inevitably is going to happen, and India would have won the Test series after this Test match. The bowling figures, Adil Rashid was really given a real cracking, one could say, by the Indian batsmen Kohli and Jayant Yadav. He was the one who bowled the maximum number of overs, 55.3 overs, 5 maidens, 192 runs and 4 wickets. Moeen Ali had 2 for 174, 1 for 79 for Chris Vokes, 1 for 47 for Jake Ball. And as I said, I've still not understood as to why the England captain Alistair Cook did not give his kingpin bowler James Anderson the cherry to have a go at the Indians. And Chris Vokes too, another very, very improved bowler. And Chris Vokes, one thought that probably could have bowled more overs than what it turned out to be. Well, now with the 231 runs lead, it was England walking in to take strike to the Indians, and let's see what really happened. So England started off with Alistair Cook and Jennings, and the first wicket to go was Jennings. Jennings he was dismissed in the very first over, as with England 231 runs in arrears. As I said, when the English spinners were bowling, Adil Rashid, Moeen Ali, one did not see much of a turn, because it was all about bowling in the right areas. And when Indian spinners were on the bowling front, we saw things started happening. The pitch was absolutely turned into one could see that the ball was really turning square. And the first wicket to go, but the breakthrough was provided by the swing bowler Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, as with the very second delivery of the first over of the England's second innings, he struck rich for India by dismissing Keaton Jennings, who was out for a duck after. In fact, he was out for the second delivery, because Alistair Cook had taken a single, but the very first delivery that Keaton Jennings received, he was a goner. LBW bowled Bhuvaneshwar Kumar for naught. So that was the first wicket. So Jennings getting a golden duck there, dismissed of the very first delivery. Joe Root walked in to join the captain Cook, and after that, Virat Kohli did not waste much time. He immediately knew that his best bet was to get the spinners on, and he brought the spinners. It was Jadeja who was the bowler, Alistair Cook was the batsman, and Alistair Cook, after making 18 with 3 boundaries, was dismissed by Jadeja, as this was a ball from Jadeja which actually went in a bit quicker than what the English captain Cook anticipated, and Cook was gone. LBW bowled Jadeja for 18. So that made it 43 for 2, and Joe Root was there, and Joe Root was one who was really taking the attack to the Indian spinners. He was really thrusting them down the ground, and he was also playing, he was lofting the spinners over the infield. In fact, he was really going on an all-out attack against the Indian spinners. He was using his feet beautifully against the Indian spinners. At the other end, Moeen Ali was the next victim to go, trying to actually got a ball from Jadeja on the leg stump, where he actually tried to play off his hips, and in the process he could not keep the ball down, and Murli Vijay at forward shot like snaffling it up, and Moeen Ali was dismissed for a duck, with the England score reading 49 for 3. As Joe Root was there, Joe Root was continuing his sort of attack against the Indian spinners, and Jonathan Bairstow joined him, and that was the company that Joe Root ideally needed. As once Jonathan Bairstow walked in, Jonathan Bairstow also decided that he will also play his natural game, and we saw Joe Root and Jonathan Bairstow really stem the tide for England from 49 for 3, as they added 92 valuable runs. 92 runs were scored in that partnership between Joe Root playing in an attacking vein, and also Jonathan Bairstow also playing with this natural instinct, as both really I thought that Jonathan Bairstow decided to go deep inside the crease to really allow the ball to turn and play his strokes, and Joe Root was also doing the same, and finally we saw this partnership really started taking root, and 92 runs were added for the 4th wicket, and then finally it was the maiden centurion for India, Jayant Yadav, now getting the wicket, a very prized wicket of Joe Root, as he broke this stand by getting him LBW with a ball that went in straight, with Joe Root really missed upon, and he was gone out for 77 with 11 boundaries. Jonathan Bairstow was still there as Ben Stokes joined him. Ben Stokes decided to play his strokes. He did it, but Ashwin was the one who picked up the wicket of Ben Stokes for 18 with 2 4s and 1 6, and I mean, with Butler still there, England did not risk it, and they decided to send the night watchman. The night watchman, Jake Ball, came in. He had to survive 4 overs, but even before that it was all over, as Jake Ball was on his way to the pavilion, as Ravichandran Ashwin struck by getting the wicket of Jake Ball for 2, caught by Parthiv Patel behind the stumps. And when finally stumps were drawn for the day, England had their backs to the wall, with Jonathan Bairstow had reached the 50, was not out on 50 with 2 boundaries. They still have Butler, Wokes and Adil Rashid and Anderson to come, but it is going to require a superhuman effort to actually save this test match, because as I said, we are going into the final day. There's going to be extreme wear and tear on the pitch, and I think England are going to be facing a real minefield on the final day at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai. 182 for 6, they still have 49 runs to make India bat again, and that is something probably England would be managing for sure, but India would be probably set with a very nominal target to chase, in my reckoning. Bhuvneshwar Kumar 1 for 11, Umesh Yadav none for 10, Ravindra Jadeja 18 overs 3 men 58 runs and 2 wickets, Ashwin 16.3 overs 1 made and 49 runs and 2 wickets, and Jayant Yadav picked up 1 wicket, 1 important wicket, that of Joe Root, who was the most dangerous for India, 6 overs no made and 1 for 39. And let us tell, as I said, India definitely scenting victory here in the 4th test match here to win the series, and I think the final day at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai is going to be a real cracker. Before I go, I would just like to share some news coming in from the West Indies regional tournament there, where the Jamaican captain Left-arm spinner Nikita Miller has taken 9 wickets. He just missed 1 wicket. He would have taken 10 wickets in this particular innings, and that really snuffed out Trinidad and Tobago. He took 9 Trinidad and Tobago wickets, 9 wickets. Left-arm spinner Nikita Miller of Jamaica in the West Indies. Well, dear fans and subscribers, that's it for today as far as the Cricket Happening show goes. This is time for me to sign off on this show. Thank you.